Personal independence payment or PIP evidence does not just have to be medical sources. Grab a pen because I'm going to list you quite a few that you might want to add to your application. So first of all, the obvious, consultant letters and medical records that you can request from your GP. They're a given, right? You can also include letters from friends and family stating how you struggle with the descriptor tasks and the things that they do to assist you. Receipts for regular takeaways shows that you can't always cook. Receipts for deliveries of groceries supports that you may not be able to leave the house so often. Receipts for taxis show that you may struggle with journeys. Receipts from carers or cleaners. Receipts for repeated purchases of wet wipes or dry shampoo. It shows that you struggle with showering or bathing. Receipts for repeated purchases of energy drinks or a lot of coffee shows that you might be struggling with your levels of tiredness or fatigue. Proof that prescriptions are delivered versus collected shows that you might struggle with going out. Receipts for anything that shows that you rely on external services or deliveries to be able to complete the descriptor tasks. Receipts for external laundry services that collect your laundry and deliver it to you done. This shows again that you struggle with energy levels and fatigue or pain. Receipts for sensory toys, essential oils, things like this that will support that you need to be able to calm your mind. Receipts for any supplements, as that shows that you have symptoms that you're trying to get rid of. Receipts for any snake oil treatments or genuine treatments that you've tried and paid for privately, as this shows that you have symptoms again that you're trying to get rid of. Photos of mobility aids, and this can include things like those grabbing tools, shower seats, a seat for your kitchen, chopping aids, timers, anything to show that you struggle with a task. Any hiring of mobility aids that you've done on days out, such as mobility scooters, wheelchairs. If your child receives school transport from the council because you're too disabled to get them to school, all the proof of that. Proof of disabled students allowance if you're at university, and also proof from your university that they are aware of your disability, and a statement of how it impacts you. Have you handed in essays late? Do you have extra time for exams? That sort of thing. Print screens of text showing that you are cancelling plans with friends, and that should also be noted in the statements from friends as well. Pedometer record. If you're not walking very far, that'll show it. It's great proof. Heart rate record. If you've got a fitness watch that records your heart rate or your heart rate variability, that's great proof for things like POTS. Your MOT certificate for the current year and the year before, because that will show that you're driving limited miles. Copies of any reasonable adjustments you've got in place. For instance, with me, I'm allowed to email my GP surgery versus calling them, and that acts as great proof. But you might have these not just with your GP surgery, maybe with the hospital, maybe with universities, just anywhere you have one, show a record of it. Copies of emails and letters showing that you take appointments by telephone call instead of in person. Any proof you have that you've missed any appointments. Photos of any injuries you've had due to clumsiness because of your disability, falls, etc. In the same vein, any video footage you've got of that. I had a brilliant one where I answered the door and my Ring doorbell caught the whole thing. Beautiful. Keep your own logbook, your own diary that shows the day, how many falls you've had, how many steps you've taken, the symptoms you're feeling that day, how many hours you've slept, whether you can get out of bed, etc. A receipt for a Ring doorbell if you can't stand to answer the door. A photograph of your blue badge. If you've had to rehome any pets due to your disability, then evidence of that. Receipts to show that somebody else is walking your dog, or you have to have somebody come in and care for your pets. Letters or evidence from current and past employers to show that maybe you lost your job due to your extended absences, or your work is currently on hold because you can't work because you're too sick. If you've had any businesses fail or stall and you believe it's because of your disability, then evidence of that. If Universal Credit pays your landlord directly because you suffer from a mental health condition, then proof of that. Purchases for eye drops because you've got dry eyes, cream for eczema, Voltarol gel because you've got pain all over, painkillers, those hot water bottles for pain, ones that have the beans in that go in the microwave for pain. Anything you have bought to treat pain or any other kind of symptom or discomfort, that. Heated blankets or fluffy socks if you own quite a lot of them, to show that you have problems with regulating your body temperature. Your iPhone also will have an app called Health, and that will show you what your walking steadiness is. And mine is very low at the moment. It states I'm at a high risk of a fall. That's useful evidence if that also applies for you. Delivery receipts showing that your parcels are delivered to your safe place and not delivered to you, as that might indicate that your anxiety is too great to open the door, your pain levels are too great to open the door, or you can't stand up fast enough. As long as it's consistent and you can show repeated proof of that, then that might stand as some evidence. Any recommended treatment, but the consultant felt you could not get through it. So you may be able to contact past consultants and get a letter showing that, but if not, list it. So could you not get through CBT because you are too fatigued? Could you not get through physio because you are too fatigued? Then include those as well as evidence in the statement. And this brings me on to the final thing, your personal statement. It can be as big as you want and you can type it and then staple it to the back, noting in each of the boxes what page number to find that bit of information. It can be a good energy saving tool to type it instead of handwriting it, and you can include a lot more information. I feel personally that you can't include too much information in that. Add everything, any example you can think of, put it in there. You can state things, but you need to justify why, evidence it. I hope this has helped you, and if it has, please let me know in the comments. And obviously save this video and send it to everyone you know, because, you know, everyone's on PIP.